So you plan to start crocheting but don't know any stitches? Well, you've definitely come to the right place. Hello everyone! It's very nice to be with you again. For those who are new, welcome to Amparo Wonderland. Today we are going to be going over some beginner stitches that you need to know when you are crocheting. Those are the slip knot, magic ring, chains, slip stitches, single crochets, double crochets, half double crochets, and the triple/treble crochet. In the crochet world, we've got both UK terms and US terms. Yes, there are region terms. I know. What? Why? Honestly, I have no idea. All I know is that I use the US terms, which are the ones we will be using in this video. Alright, enough yapping. Let's get this crocheting started! If you want to follow along, all you need is any type of yarn that you have, along with any size hook that you have in hand. I'm going to be using this blue acrylic yarn. That way it's easier for you to see on the camera, along with my 5mm crochet hook. When you're crocheting, you have to start with some sort of knot, right? So we've got our slip knot and magic ring. Let's go with the slip knot first. There are many ways you can do a slip knot, but I'm just going to show you how I do mine. Let's get our yarn and hook ready here. To make this slip knot, you will be using your index finger. Grab the short end of the string, like this, and we are going to wrap it around your finger, like this, until you get back to the spot where we started, and we're going to hold it between the thumb and middle finger. Good, so it looks like this right now. You've got one loop on your index finger right now. You want to make sure to leave a good length of it out so you can have a good hold of the knot at the end. Now grab the other end, which is attached to the yarn ball, and we're going to wrap it around our index finger just like we did with the other one. So let's grab this and wrap around like this around your finger, but make sure it stays in front of the first strand that you have already wrapped around your finger. Okay, so we get here, and now we hold this between our middle finger and thumb, along with the other one that we have there already. Okay, now you've got two loops on your finger here, like this, right? You want to grab the first loop you made, the one in the back, and we're going to place it over the front loop and then off the finger, just like this. Slips right off. Now grab the loop that is remaining on your finger here and slip it off of your finger carefully so it doesn't come undone. Grab your hook and place it through the loop here, and then you tighten the knot like this. And you've got yourself a slip knot! Woohoo! Great job, you guys. Now make sure you practice that several times because I bet you will be using it many times for any future projects you've got coming your way. Slip knot is done. Let's move on to the next one, the magic ring. With the magic ring, we will be using two of our fingers, the index and middle finger, to wrap the yarn around. Okay, so we've got our yarn here. We've got our short end and longer end that is attached to the ball of yarn, just like with our slip knot. This time, we will be wrapping the longer side around our two fingers instead of the shorter side. So grab your short end and hold it here between your thumb and your two fingers to make sure it doesn't move. And like with your slip knot, you want to make sure to leave out a good length. So grab your long end, and we are going to wrap it around the same way as we did with the slip knot. So we go around once, and then we want to go around a second time. But this time, we will make sure to make a cross on top of our fingers, like this. Keep your end secure here. So we've got our cross here, and we want to keep this end secure between your middle and ring finger while you go off to grab your hook. With our hook, we are going to go on this side of the cross, or an X, however you see it. And we are going to go under this first leg here of the X, just like this. And then we're going to use our hook and grab the second leg that is behind this first leg, and we're going to pull it through, and make sure you twist a little bit like this to keep the loop on your hook. Now we want to grab that same leg again, but from the opposite side, like this. So once you grab it, you want to pull through the first loop you have on your hook already, like this. And you now have your magic ring. Woohoo! That one is a bit more complicated, but with practice, you will definitely get it. All right, so we've got our starters, the slip knot, and magic ring. Now we move on to the good stuff. When working in rows, you normally start off with your slip knot and then go into making chains. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's make some chains. If you wish to follow along, go ahead and grab your yarn and hook and let's get going. Let's start off with our slip knot. Now we are going to do some chains. It is very simple to make a chain, you guys. We've got our slip knot here and our strand connected to the ball here. We want to hold this one, the one that's connected to the yarn ball. We're going to hold it like this with enough tension, but also not too much, because then we will end up making the stitches too tight and then we won't be able to get the hook through the stitch. Now, we want to have our yarn to go over our hook, which is called yarn over. And we use our hook to pull it through the loop that was already there. So let me do that again. We yarn over and pull the yarn and hook through this first loop. And we've got our chain. Woo! That was easy, wasn't it? Let's do that a few more times. So we've got our first loop here on our hook already. We want to yarn over and pull through the loop, just like this. While you do your chains, you want to try and keep the same amount of tension as you go. And also, make sure you are yarning over with the side that is connected to the ball of yarn, not the little one, because then you kind of, mess up and then you have to frog your piece, and that's just not fun. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so now we've got a nice row of chains here, so let's move on to our next stitch. Our next stitch is the single crochet. Single crochets are also very easy. Let's do some single crochets on the row of chains that we have made previously. I'm going to start on the second chain from the hook here. So this one. So in this one is where we will start our first single crochet. As you can see, each chain has created a small V shape. We are going to work through those little V shapes. So let's go ahead and grab our hook here and hold our yarn with just the right amount of tension. We are going to put our hook through the V shape like this. Now we yarn over and we want to pull it back and through the V. As you can see, we have 2 loops on our hook. What we have to do from here is that we yarn over like before, making us have 3 loops on the hook. This third loop here will be going through these first 2 loops back here, like this. And you have made your first single crochet. Oh ho ho! Nice! You're getting good at this. Let's go ahead and do that again. So hook ready and yarn tension just right. Put the hook between the next V shape, which is this one, this chain here. Yarn over the hook. Okay? Pull back and through the V shape. We have 2 loops, so now we yarn over and pull that third loop through the first 2 loops. And now we've got 2 single crochets. All right, I'm going to do a few more here at a quicker pace so you can see how it looks. So we put the hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That makes our third single crochet. Let's do it again. Hook through the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay? So we've got 4 single crochets here, and I'm gonna keep going, and I'll see you at the end of the row. When you go all the way across, this is what it will look like, and we now have a row of single crochets. Good job, you guys. Alright, I don't want to overwhelm you, so I'm going to cut this teaching here. Practice those 2 knots and 2 stitches a few times and stay tuned to learn your double crochets, half double crochets, triple crochets, and slip stitches. As always, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Amparo Wonderland. You can even tag us on Instagram at Amparo Wonderland and show us how you practice your moves. I can't wait to be with you all again on the next one. And remember, have fun. It's about the journey, not the destination. Bye!